Now let's work on problem J3 in Python. First, we need to handle the input. We basically have the same input as in problem J2. So I'll just copy several lines from J2. And now we have all the input. So we have the number of lines in each line in array. And now we need to process the data and output. And so we need to have a loop of the array, and then in each line in the array we need to encode the data and then output the line. So we name variable for the line to output, and then because after the encoding we need to have a number and the character, so we declare a variable for the number, we give it a 0, and then we declare the character via processing. We initialize it to a space as it's said in the problem that none of the characters are spaces. So we use the space as a start, and then for each line we need to check every character, the length of the line. And this way we can go through each character in the line. Then we need to check whether the character is the same as the last one. If it's the same, then we know the character is repeating here, so we need to increase the number and then check the next one. If they are not same, then we know this is a new character, and we need to output the number and the last character. And for the first time we have space as the last character, and we don't want to output this space because they're just the initial character, and we know the number is 0, so we can add another condition to make sure that's not the case. So if it's not for the first time, then we know we have a new character, and we need to output the number and the last character. So line, we need to get the number here. We need to convert it to a string, and then we need to use space to separate them, and then we put the character and with another space. And then as we are going to count the next character, so we need to initialize the number to be 1, as the current character is the first character. Otherwise, if the conditions are not satisfied, that means we are repeating the last character. So what we need to do here is to increase the number, and then we need to remember the last character, which is always the current character before we go to the next one. And then, so after this loop, we finished the processing of the line, right? No, it's not right. We processed all the characters into the new line except for the last one. So if we can add a check, if num is not 0, then we need to put the last character into new line. So new line, number and a space, and then we need to put the character here. As this is the last character, you don't have to put a space here. And here we know that this line is processed completely. We can print this line and for this loop, and then we go to the next line, and the same processing, we check each character and put the number of occurrences and also the character into the new line and print the new line. Okay, so this is the program to problem J3. Now let's run it against the sample in the problem. So here's the sample, and I have my program running here. Let's paste the input here and press enter, and we have 3 space plus space 3 space equal space 4 escalation, and then 676 dot 12t, and then compare line to line from the sample and the program output. You can find that the lines from the program match the lines from the sample, which means this is the resolution to this problem.